lately it's been hard to get in too, I hear.
We've been booming. Yeah.
Yeah, I got stuck in a instance with like 6 people trying to get in there, and I just had to keep clicking join, and every time it popped up that little message that said it's full,
Right?
I would just back two-handed it. I was like, get in there.
Gotta go, come on.
Yeah.
Again.
It's really nerve-wracking, I'll be honest with you. It
Really?
feels better sitting in the guest seat.
Yeah, I was gonna
nice
say
over here.
the tables have turned, but I feel like that's your line right now. Honestly,
You know what? The only thing we're missing is our little cards that don't say nothing.
it's true,
They
but
jacked
we
on
have cool like little action figure things and a can of water right there.
Yeah,
Big
and
shout
you
out to
got the
Lifted
water
Lounge.
cooler over there too.
Yeah. So
Lifted
Matty, Caddy, just to get it rolling, tell us a little bit about what you guys do and what you guys are like hoping to do in your life or with the metaverse in general. Like,
Ladies first, by all means, as always.
God damn you! Why? So like what we do in here? Like
yeah.
okay,
More-
well,
Like aspirations,
Like,
intentions.
what are your intentions in the metaverse? And pretty much like a little bit more understanding of who you are in the metaverse. I feel like a lot of people that don't know you would like a new insight on who you are and a little bit more about you.
why do I have to go first on this one? This is stupid.
We don't have to. You can do it. No, you don't have to
come in with those
No,
answers.
because I
I
don't
was
like
being
it.
polite.
I know, but I like it when you
You
go
can do an
first
Uno
because then
reversey.
I can get off on like what you say. You know what I mean? But I will go.
She's
fir-
gonna
sure.
get off on what I said.
Okay.
You know, I'd say PG-13, but this is an 18+ podcast.
That's
So.
right. That's right. Well, I like
everybody
to
hear
think
that?
of us as like motivators. Like we do go around and we go and meet a lot of the new people on here and we get them set up and show them how to like and save worlds. We go and introduce them to people. Like if they want to know where to rap at, we'll go take them to some rap clubs. If they want to do comedy, if they want, you know what I mean? So we take them all around.
Yeah. Cultivating positive introduction is what we call it.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
it's the CPI, and we call it cultivating positive introduction, and it's important. It's been a wild roller coaster for both of us as far as intentions. Legitimately, my intentions right now are for every 2 weeks to just make people laugh. Bring exposure to the community. Because for all intents and purposes, and I really hate saying this, but it's true. This meta community is insanely self-segregating, and there's amazing artists on both sides of the tracks, and it's like we should be bringing everyone together, man. Like there are so many gnarly people out there. And that's what we like to do is give people exposure, like bring them on the show, have fun with them. But we didn't want to do the same format that everyone else did.
Right.
So we just like helping people. Although we get in the scuffles more times than I would like.
Yeah, we all get
True. Yeah. I feel like a little more lately. That damn nightlife game came out. I've been just fucking furious here.
The shooting.
Damn, dude. Tell you what.
These little humans be just something else, right?
Dude, I felt bad the other day. I literally went into the Clash game and there's a little girl in there. She's like, please don't shoot me. Please don't shoot me. I'm like, okay, but I need 2 more headshots. I'm like, bah, 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 right? And I just get her and she
toxic, dude.
I know it's bad.
terrible.
I feel so bad, dude. I went and I found the local Girl Scouts. I went to my local church. I felt so bad for shooting this little girl because she was running around. She's like, don't shoot me. Like literally, and I'm all bah, bah, bah.
Caddy's,
You had to go buy a
hobbies.
box of Girl Scout cookies.
Yeah,
I bought
Caddy's hobbies
4
do not
boxes of Girl
reflect
Scout
the-
cookies.
do not reflect the ideals of Team MCK.
So, whoa.
Whatever. I
So
need that outfit.
you guys recently were evicted from your studio.
We were. Yeah.
What'd you guys do? Not pay the bill or
Yep.
something?
No, yes and no. That's actually that's kind of a winded answer. So I first and foremost, since this is being streamed, I would love to begin with this: that the eviction is by no means a negative. Golden Hand, Primitive Shapes, City of Adam did not evict us. Let's just it's merely a title is what it is. They did not evict us. We're actually not officially a part of the city. I just want to put that out there. So please, by all means, keep going down to the business district, 200, 300, 400, Golden Ave. Primitive Shapes is such an amazing company. Golden Hand, his team, them guys are, dude, they're so gracious to even let us say that we were in the city of Adam in the first place. No, it's just a title. So every episode of our show has a title. We just never put them out there, but they do have titles. And so season 1 we started in a sewer, right? And we didn't know. We one day I was helping her snap, and teaching her how to snap was like teaching a fish to breathe out of water.
You are such a fucking son of a bitch.
No,
it was not.
No, it was. No,
really?
it took like 4 days. Because remember, you were like, these motherfuckers won't snap
I got
together.
to party up in the middle of the podcast.
Remember? So you were. Admit it. It was like 4 days.
It was like
crazy.
4. It was probably like 3.5.
3.5. But so in the middle of me teaching her how to snap, I was watching a video of a guy who would go around the country and he would take pictures of graffiti, and then he would bring that graffiti home and paint it on model trains. And I'm like, that's the rawest thing I've ever seen. Like, it was so cool. And I had this flash in my mind of a train with graffiti that said podcast on it. And then, Ayo podcast. And I turned to her and I said, I want to start doing a podcast. And so from there, that season 1, season 2, and parts of season 3 never got filmed. And season 1, we did things on our podcast that nobody ever did. And when we explain it to people, they're like, dude, that's genius. And now what we're doing is bringing it, because we're at the top. We're in the penthouse. So where do you go from the top?
Yeah.
You have to go back down to the bottom. So that's what the eviction notice is. And there was only one way for us to explain the storyline, except for us to be removed from that place. So it has nothing against Primitive Shapes. We were not evicted. It's just a title.
Okay, fair enough.
But there is more story that's going to come out. So please stay tuned. Yeah.
Well, I'm very excited to see the next steps of the Hey Yo show. I make sure I'm there for every show, and every show is prominent. If you guys haven't not been to the Hey Yo show, make sure you guys stop by and go enjoy the conversation. It's beautiful. It is.
Thanks, Grams.
No problem.
Yeah, thanks, dude.
So you can go ahead, Matt Graham. It sounds like you want to say something.
No, you're good, brother. You can go for it.
So I wanted to ask you guys, what are some of like the difficulties, being so dedicated to those things that you guys have kind of run into, and like how have you kind of like overcome them and like created like more of like you said, you guys are all about CPI, and spreading positivity and all that, right?
That's a good question.
So what are the struggles that you guys have had when trying to stay dedicated? When I know, as a world creator myself, sometimes when you're trying to spread positivity, the negative side, it still finds its way into you somewhere.
It always will.
I stay on mute.
Yeah. Or else I have to, when I have to use her real name and like her full, not Caddy, when I have to actually use her first name, she knows she's going over the line. So that's actually, it's a really great question. By the way, I love how you guys are dressed alike. Like that's really cool.
This guy?
Yeah.
I tried to get him to change 4 times, dude. This asshole won't change.
I was here first.
They're still dressed from the traffic.
No, but I like how everything is blue and then they have the red hats.
I know,
and stuff. Like, now you guys, it's more prominent. But no, that's a great question, and it's an easy answer: interpretation. So the power of existence lies within interpretation. We have 32 people inside this crowd. And it's 29 people. minus the cameras. So that's 29 versions of me that exist inside this world, because each and every individual person in this world interprets things differently. We could all read the same paragraph out of the same book, and we're all going to take something different from that. The me that I believe exists only exists inside my mind. You know what I mean? Like, I exist differently to Caddy than I would to you guys. So it's all about how you react to people's interpretation of you. Some people don't like kindness. Some people don't like you know, like that generosity that you give them, and they buck back against it, and you got to kind of navigate your way through it. I'm a firm believer that you cannot save everyone. And some people, we're gonna save all the people. Nah, dude, we got to kick a couple off the side of the boat. Like, we got to balance this thing out. But it's tough because I hate giving up on people. But yeah, I would say that's how I navigate it, or I rationalize in my mind from my own moral compass. It's just remember, actually, great, this is a great reference. Remember in Batman Dark Knight, remember when Alfred tells him that there was the thief in the jungle who was stealing the jewels, and then he's like, and then we noticed that a little girl was playing with a tangerine-sized ruby, and he was giving the jewels back to the people after he stole them just because he wanted to watch the world burn. You know what I mean? Like, that's how you have to navigate it. There's some people that just by nature want chaos. So you kind of just got to like filter through them and accept them for their nature. You know what I mean?
So, are you like a therapist or something? Because I think I'm gonna send my baby mama to you.
For
That's
real.
what she needs, a little taste of that right there.
Not only that, you did that impression so perfectly.
That was pretty good.
Nah, I am the
pretty good.
psychological coach for my boys' football team, though. You know, because kids, as much as people don't like kids, kids are the future. You know what I mean? Like, but as much as we don't want them around, we need them. You know, what did
Why are
I
you
say
laughing
down
at me? Because I shot that one girl, or what?
No, what did I say down in Horizon Central the one day? I was trying to help that kid.
At least it was an avatar.
This kid cursed me out. And I'm like,
That's
dude,
our
this is
future.
literally someone who's going to hold on to nuclear keys one day. Like, so terrible. No,
So-
but yeah, that's how rationalism.
So I think that's a pretty good little segue. You guys are both parents. So since we're on the topic of kids, I'm also a parent. Grams is also a parent. We're both parents of I'm parent of a 13-year-old and a 3-year-old personally.
Yeah,
Grams got two babies.
Yeah, I got a 1.5-year-old, and I got another baby on the way.
Congratulations.
Props to you.
So and you guys are both parents. I don't know the details on ages or anything like that, but I wanted to ask you guys what your opinion on parenting and dealing with the metaverse is like.
So, hard for me because my son is 22 and my daughter's 13. So they're teenagers. My daughter, you know, she plays on TikTok and the Snapchat and Roblox all day, so I don't even have to tend to her, right? And then my son, he lives with his fiance, you know, miles away. So there's no.
She's got great kids.
I do. I have phenomenal kids.
She did a great job.
I had my kids young, so now that I'm 40, it's my turn to party and have fun and let loose. You know what I mean?
I'm in my truck, so I can't throw my hands up.
Two things. Can you do the again and say the word Snapchat again?
Snapchat.
Snapchat.
I usually call it like the snappy.
Snap. Yeah, that's funny.
Or the tickety talk.
The tickety talk.
It was tough. I mean, well, I wasn't really messing around inside of Quest, you know, or like Horizon. I mean, when my kids were younger. Now that they're older, my son actually builds in here. And sometimes him and I cross paths. A lot of people don't know that. He's a fine young man. They're at the age where dad's not really as cool as he used to, be. And I accept that, dude.
They come
they're-
back though. They do come back.
Yeah, they're both my kids are remarkable. Student council, both play lacrosse like I did. Captain of the football team, 3-time cheer champion, theater. They're very dedicated kids. And yeah, shout out to their mom for the wonderful things that she's done in raising them too. Fantastic woman.
I will not give out a shout out for mine because I'm
I
been doing it all by myself for 22 years, dude.
No, but she's done a great part in cultivating them and into leaders. I didn't read baby books to them at all. Except for that one. What was that one? There's a monster at the end of the book, like Grover, right? I did read that one because I love that book.
The Sesame
Stop turning the pages.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
No, but for my kids, I read Lord of the Rings, Rudyard Kipling, the Jungle Books, 48 Laws of Power, The Prince by Machiavelli. I read like serious books, leadership philosophies with Marcus Aurelius, world culture. My kids are very phenomenal human beings, and they're kind of like in their own worlds now. They're pushing the envelope. So me being on here, my daughter doesn't like hanging out in her room, dude. She's
right.
She's only hanging out. Yeah. It's bad enough she's annihilating my bathroom with all of her stuff. Like it's
man, God, right? Like
horrible.
Yeah. Jeez.
Horrible.
I have a makeup vanity. I think the bathroom should be fucking cleared, right? And then here comes my daughter. I clean the bathroom. I go in there. I'm like, what the fuck? Dude, she's got every single fucking makeup just lined up on the counter. Every hair product, every fucking straightener, curler, fucking, you name it, it's there, right? I'm like,
I can't stand it.
I feel like that's the story of like most moms in that situation.
It's that they steal our fucking makeup. Is the worst. Yeah.
I don't have that problem.
Yeah.
For
me, fortunately, I'm single dad. I'm a single dad. I've been a single dad pretty much my daughter's entire life.
Props to you. Crazy.
She knows, like, she pretty much knows, like, you know what? Hey, if you want to keep it put away. You know what I mean? And then otherwise, I don't know what all this stuff is. I see something on the ground garbage,
Yeah,
If
exactly.
I ever have to pick up another training bra in my life, I'll be happy.
Yeah, I know. I gotta go buy the woman products because I don't, there's no woman in the house, so I gotta go buy them from the store. And I remember the first time I had to do it, it was a little bit like weird there because like for me, it was like a little bit weird for me at first. But
but even as a woman, that's weird
like
too.
Now I go in and I just throw them up on the counter, like I'm slapping $100 on there. I'm like, here, I need these. Just
smile at the cashier and say, "Old habits die hard."
You know what? That's why I'm blessed to have 2 sons.
No, because the boys, you gotta teach them about how they can make it grow when they go like this.
No.
You
don't teach them that.
No, you don't teach them that. No, you don't teach them. My son, seriously, because I was a single mom too, right? So my son was like, "Mommy, look," and I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "I can make it grow," and I said, "Don't."
Oh goodness!
I have a good story about that too. That's funny.
Oh my god, kids! Oh my god, dude, I can't.
So I have to disagree with you guys about the girls being hard, but that's only because I haven't experienced that.
Okay, dude, I can't.
Oh, it's rough.
My daughter,
it's rough.
I swear, angel sent from heaven to save my life. I mean it, literally.
Well, maybe because she was raised by you, and she didn't have her mom really, so maybe that's probably what it is. See, like,
that's a good point.
Our kids have, both, unfortunately, both,
one here,
unfortunately for me, right? So that's probably what it is, that you had her grow up to be strong, and as like, not strong, excuse me, because I mean, us women are strong too, but you train
you raised her.
I mean, I did raise her. I very much did raise her to be independent and unfazed by other people's opinions.
And I think it's
Um,
always good to have that male perspective to be implemented in young women to
Yep.
be avoiding certain things that you might be toxic or, you know, just harmful to them physically, mentally, over aspect of all. And I think, you know, I kudos to you for being able to do that because I feel like that's a combination of things some people are not able to crack. You know,
before you give me kudos, man, I am failing with my son. My son is destroyed everything I own in the last 3 years of his
He's a
life.
destroyer.
So, but that's the only reason why is because I remember when my daughter was his age. You know, man, I had to clean up a couple of messes, and you know, diapers exploded here and there. Blah, blah, not a big deal. My son, as I've told people stories of this already. I'm talking try to make pancakes on the kitchen floor. Yeah. Dawn dish soap on the kitchen floor.
you feel?
Do you think it's a
Dude.
second child syndrome thing, maybe?
No, the second kids are wild ones.
Yeah, I
Right?
probably.
Because
I don't know.
maybe that's
My
maybe.
son's a wrecking ball.
Does anyone else?
No,
agree
he's
on that, maybe?
cute though. He's cute. I promise you that much. You guys see him?
Oh,
You're like,
I can
he's
hear
so
his
cute.
voice. He sounds adorable, dude.
Yeah, he's absolutely adorable.
I am grateful for when you know, her mother takes her over, and you know, because some of them rules, man. Because for me, you know, it's just like, oh, someone's messing with you at school, punch him in the mouth. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just punch him in the mouth.
Fucking
You
punch
know,
him in the
and
Adam's apple.
it's but the
Yo.
rules for raising girls is so different. I mean, like, you know, the social hierarchy in school is so different with girls.
God!
Like, boys will fight it out and be friends the next day. Girls will
Right.
hold on to a grudge and give you an eating disorder, and it's
Oh.
like
Boys will box just to hug each other, dude. Like,
Yeah,
that's
I
not
guess.
even a lie, bro. That just to give each other a hug. Man, I just wanted to give you a hug the whole time. You know?
Right?
actually
But,
like that. It's funny.
No.
It's
So
tough.
it
It's
is
a balance.
tough.
Oh,
It's a balance.
In here, parenting in the metaverse, for me especially, dealing with such a young child,
What happened? Am I
and
still
then
doing it?
also
Okay.
dealing with the 13-year-old, and this being my full-time gig, it's been like it's been up, it's been down, but you know, sometimes you feel like you don't have like the time to do what you need to do,
Yeah.
and then sometimes like you want to be like, okay, well, I'm going to take this time and dedicate it to this, but then something comes up and you're like, it's like this thing is always calling your name, you know? So,
No, yeah.
for me personally, that's just kind of like what I've experienced doing it, and it's been a hard road so far. I mean, I'll never give up on this. This is something that I absolutely love to do. And this show is just the beginning, so I'm sorry if it's a shit show, and I'm glad we've
No, it's great.
captivated all of your attention for this long.
Is everyone having a
Wow.
good time?
Is
Let's
it-
see some confetti. Is everyone having a good time? Are you happy with the answers? Oh, good.
Some
So-
good names in here. I appreciate everybody for coming.
So
My
Go ahead.
just to put it in perspective, so like so my aptitude tests are like off the charts, right? And my mom, she bounced when I was young. So my father, he never had a father, so he didn't know really how to be a father. So it was like I was actually from the age of, how old's my youngest sister? So from like the age of 10 on, I was out and about and doing this and doing that. And my babysitters were like heroin addicts and stuff. So it was like, there was a lot that I seen and experienced, that kind of put into perspective on how would I be a parent. And I gave up my second year of 8th grade. I just stopped. I just did not give a shit anymore. And I did graduate, and I did do some college. And so I got to an argument and left. But I I just did the opposite of what my parents did, and it's been wildly successful. My kids are a blessing.
No, I could understand that. You know, I did grow up without a father myself, and it kind of
I
did
did too.
implement on something that I wanted to do. I wanted to be a father that much more. You know, it did drive me to do a lot more for my son. And I feel like it's more on my dad wasn't there. So I want to be more of a father to implement something else that maybe I didn't have. And I understand exactly what you mean. So
yeah, I'm scared every day. I mean, don't get me wrong. Any time that you send them out into the world,
Oh
I'm
yeah.
terrified. You know what I mean? And you just have to live with that. And it sucks.
That
Yeah,
part of
like-
knowing that the dangers of the world is
Oh.
also.
I think it's worth it when they move out too. Like my son's been to Amsterdam twice, and like it freaked me the fuck out both times that he went because it's so far away that there's you can't do anything if something's going to happen to him. You know
You
what I
really
mean?
want them gone until that quiet.
You want
sets in.
you want them gone, but
Yeah,
then when they
you're
move
right.
out, you're like, no, come back.
I'm like, what am I supposed to do now?
Yeah, my mom does not want me back at all.
my son was amazing, or is
Yeah. He's a
amazing.
fine young
Like
man.
he is.
He is
Like,
wonderful, dude.
My mom was like when she got rid of me,
sorry.
she threw a party and I wasn't invited. Let me just put it that way. So,
Loading my bong.
There you go.
took time.
Yeah, sorry.
So I do have a couple more questions. So this one's more for I think for you, Maddie. It's more catered towards you, but I want to know who the biggest influence is in your life and why.
Oof, golly.
I'm so glad you asked him because I don't have one.
That's man, that's really hard for me. Does it have to be a real person?
It can be a character. I mean, dude, characters influence people all the time.
even movie actors or characters in movies, you can have any type of influence that can maybe drive you to do what you do, or maybe implement a certain
like
thing that
me,
you want to carry
Goku,
on.
dude.
Yeah.
Just kidding. It's not really Goku, but just thought I'd throw it out there.
I don't really have a real life person who in the sense of in here, there's in here I do have people that I look to that motivate me. Of course, your Metaclean Rupert's, your Writer Pen.
Yep.
There's amazing people in here that will bring me back down to the ground. At times. Golden Rays is another one, and Sadie Chan, great people who pull me to the side and just say, "Yo, stop." And that's just a few names. I apologize if there's anyone that I left off. Forgive me.
Oh, there's a whole list.
Yeah, I'm sure I have a list, but it's in real life. No, dude, I, for all intents and purposes, the one that did, she's no longer here. She passed away too young to overdose. But she was brilliant, dude. She was so brilliant, and she could just do things. Like, she was the epitome of like manifestation. She could just she made it look so easy, and I really looked to her a lot. And her younger sister was like my older sister. They helped raise me. Phenomenal human beings. It's tough thinking about them, those two in particular. But no, for the most part, I would say Alexander Dumas, the author Alexander Dumas. A lot of his writing is incredible. The Count of Monte Cristo, The Three Musketeers, stuff like that. Like Count of Monte Cristo, I live by that book, like wholehearted. I absolutely live by that book, and I must have read it 32 times. And there's so many lessons that I use to motivate people from that. And you've heard me say how many times, like tell people that one speech, because it got me through when I was on my back, dude, and looked up and there was no hand there. It got me through a lot of tough times. That's why when someone feels like they're hurting in here, dude, I will be quick to be like, yo, if you need a shoulder, like I'll listen. You know what I mean? Like, cause sometimes that's all someone needs. But Alexander Dumas, the author, like he really got me through some tough times, dude. Both with revenge, redemption, and clarity.
I can understand that because a lot of people on here I have run into, yeah, a lot of people do use this as a vacation from like their world, their
Yeah.
businessmen, but also the other aspect where their world is not as happy as they would like it to be. And we have conversations about what it should be or what they're trying to work on. And it's just like, it's upsetting to see a lot of people going through that mental state. And we get to
Mhm.
see a lot more of it since we're able to connect to a lot more people on this platform.
It's great. Caddy grounds me a lot too. I didn't mean to leave your name out of the mix. I mean, Caddy is my rock. You know what I
Oh,
mean? Like,
I would expect I'd be
yeah,
number
no,
fucking
you're like
one. I mean, my
no, that's kind
Atlanta.
of like
Holy shit.
what did I
Right?
say before? What was the analogy I used before? Like when you say who's the best rapper, you don't have to keep saying Biggie and Pac. Like you
Yeah,
don't need to
right.
name them. We already know.
I
Like
know I'm on your. I know I'm on your list.
you don't need to name those two. Like so, Caddy, you don't need to name her. It's
Well, that ruins my next question for
Oh.
her.
Yeah, completely.
Just
You probably know what
kidding.
the answer is, then, don't you?
No. That's funny. No. So, you're a big reader then, Maddie. I take
Yeah,
it. That's what I'm gathering.
I have
So
1,098 books in my house. I have technically 2 libraries.
yo, that's insane.
hmm
I'd be remiss to say that I knew like half of the authors you mentioned.
I only mentioned one.
Because I'm not. Okay. Well, all right. Cool. So we're good on that. All right. But reading was something. I have ADHD. It's just not in my blood to sit there and stare at a book. It just doesn't work. I can listen to a book. That's not a
Oh,
problem.
I love being read to.
Yep. Yeah, I
love
absolutely
reading,
love being read to. I don't care like who's reading it.
Mhm.
I really don't. I cannot I can't sit there. I get fidgety.
Mhm.
I'm already fidgety right here. I've been sitting here for a while, so I get a little fidgety. Like start tapping my foot. When you hear my foot start
Yeah.
tapping, I'm losing focus or I'm losing interest in what I'm doing at the moment. You know what I mean?
Oh shit.
Is what I've kind of gathered throughout my struggle with ADHD, which has been my entire life.
There's a lot of struggles that we deal with. Like a lot of people don't understand. There's like relationship struggles, and there's just aspect of just struggles overall. Because I as well have ADHD, so we are picked up by a lot more companies for a lot more things. Like a company will pick us up because we're more outside of the box thinkers. We might be able to come up with an idea that somebody that is just regular might not be able to come up with as easy, but at the same time we do have difficulties doing certain things. It's just I feel like we need to be placed in something that we're able to prevail and progress, if you know what I mean. Like you building on here, you're able to progress on your own time, you know?
Yeah, I agree. I think that is a struggle with people like us that have ADHD is we need to consistently be challenged. The
Mhm.
minute that
Mhm.
that challenge goes away and we know it, we're bored.
Right.
We're bored. We're eh, been there, done that kind of attitude. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
And then, but then it also works in the opposite too. Which is like, can get extremely unmotivated for certain
But at the
things.
same time, if you think
And
about
books
it,
are one of those things. Books are one of those things when I sit down and I'm like, I'm going to read this book because I just bought a book actually. It's called Know Your Enemy.
Did you see
And
how fast he turned when you said
it
that?
goes up.
Holy shit. Are you
yeah.
okay? Did you get whiplash? You said he's like, I bought a book and you went,
Dude,
Wonder
I
how-
literally bought a book. I literally bought a book last month, and I was like, I'm gonna read this book because like I read the little back part of it, and I was like, oh, this seems like it's interesting. Judge the book by its cover is what I did.
good for you.
And so I bought this book, and so I sat down to start reading it. I think I made it through 4 pages, and I was like, okay, I'm bored of reading, and I haven't picked it up since. And like now, I'm like trying to find the audiobook. Well, now I've already bought the book, so now I'm gonna feel obligated to read along with it. That way, the book didn't go away.
That's
But
funny.
but that like those are like some things like that. Like, and it's the smallest things that are like super unmotivating. I feel like
Mhm.
I really feel like, yeah, as someone with ADHD, I have a lot to offer creatively. My mind is going 10,000 miles a minute. I can do it. And 10,000, like I could sit there and I can sit in a world, and I don't have to look at a picture. I can envision it. I can put it up. I can make it. I can make that canvas my paper and print it essentially. At least in here. Not everywhere. Not everywhere. For God's sake, this is the first place I've ever felt creative in my entire life. Not gonna lie.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
100%.
You never
Wow.
drew or anything like that, Crazy?
Nothing. No.
I still love drawing.
I used to
It just-
love drawing.
Oh,
It's just the
I
hyper
still love
focus
to
than the
draw.
ADHD,
love
you know,
drawing.
because we
Yeah.
do get hyper focus. That's why when you get in a build, you kind of get stuck on it.
I think that's why like I do really well in build mode here. Is I get that tunnel vision.
Mhm.
And then I'm like, oh, that looks nice. And then I move in, and boom, 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 boom. Next thing you know, I've got a whole world on my hands, and I'm like, when did this happen?
So you have the same problem where like you will go into your build to do one thing and decide to do 10 or 15 things and spend instead of 15 minutes, you'd be like, you know what, I'm spending 2 hours in here.
No, when the build is done, a build is done. I'll just do the minor updates, quality of life updates. Once the build is done, it's done. I don't want to go in there and change anything. I don't even change the way it looks.
Nah, but
Nothing.
more as a new build, like when you're just like, oh, I'm gonna add
With a
this to
new
the
build,
build.
I'll build something, I'll tear it down. I'll build something, I'll tear it down. I'll build something, I'll tear it down. And I'll be like, I spent too long
I
in
know
this
how that
blank
feels.
world, and then I'll go into a new one, and then I'll do it
You know
again.
what? I want to vocally say add Jen Smash's name to that list that I had earlier. I want to make sure that that's on record.
Oh,
Thank you.
gotcha. I was writing it down so I could recite it later.
Yeah, I took a picture of the picture.
No, I wanted to make sure her name because I wanted to make sure that was on record.
Oh, she's our like one of our biggest
So-
supporters.
Phenomenal person.
So we're winding down. We got about 5 minutes left before the end of the show. If there's anything, I want to give you guys the opportunity to speak freely or ask us any questions that maybe you guys are wanting to know about us or know about why we are here.
Because we know you.
Well, you guys
so-
know us. I know, but I know you. I had to come up with questions. Come on
I
now.
know. I
Yeah, no, I don't mind. I don't mind clarifying something.
we just interviewed you.
Yeah, I really. Do you mind if I say something
Please.
about the show?
No, go ahead.
So let's just clear this up. Let's clear the air. Okay. AO show is not a talk show. Okay. AO show is not a podcast. Okay. Let's clear the air. When Katty and I set out and we said that we are going to do something that nobody else on this platform has ever done, we meant it. AO show is a story. It is a storyline. The problem with the storyline is that 3/4 of it never got filmed. So it is at the end of season 1, we were arrested on stage. Okay. No one had ever finished a podcast that way before. Season 2, episode 1 was supposed to take place in Gen Pop. Unfortunately, we had a problem with a group of people. I won't put any energy towards their names. You know who you are. Not anybody.
Probation violation. I can put you guys back in jail.
Trust me. But we had a little problem with them. But you know what? I do on record and on video. I hope you guys are watching this. I want to say thank you. Thank you to you for what you did to us, because had you not, AO show idea would have burned out a long time ago, because we wouldn't have been able to take the step back that we did to reevaluate what we wanted to do. Please stay tuned. This is not the last season. The next episode is the last episode inside that studio that you've all become accustomed to. I will say that. I can say that, because if you go to the world,
If you go there right now, you'll see.
If you go to the world, you'll see the note that's on the studio door. It says, the next show is on the 25th. Our eviction date is the 26th. So
Get the
the
fuck
next show is the last show in that studio forever. So let's just say that it is a story. It is not a talk show. It is 2 people join the misadventures of 2 people. How did we word it? We just were just making it up. And then once we got a solid idea of what we wanted to do, it became genius, and we have a vision now. We also have an incredible opportunity in front of us right now. I rolled the dice last night. I got a positive answer back. And I can certainly say that if it goes through, Heyo show will be, everybody will know what it is eventually.
Yes, sir.
So if you don't take chances, you can't reap reward.
That's the truth.
True.
We took
That-
a chance and it came back good. So I'll say that.
That is
And I am
the
so
truth.
glad that you got this damn podcast going too.
Me too.
You know what? We sat on
fucking
it
glad.
for what?
Dude,
We sat,
forever.
we sat on this room. Okay. If you
I'm like,
guys
just
like the
go
room,
do
will you
it.
guys throw your hands
Go.
up in the air? Just
Look at
give this a little
you.
confetti.
Iconic.
Dude, we
I thought
sat-
it comes running in.
so
Woo!
fun.
we sat in
You're not
here.
Walmart tonight.
We sat and discussed it and discussed it and discussed it. And if you remember 4 months ago, it was supposed to happen on
Yeah.
like that Tuesday.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wow.
Goodness.
You know,
About time.
here
Good for you
we
guys.
are now. You know what I mean? We did it. We're here. I got Grams here. And you know, honestly, it might not have been our best work yet, but just give us some time. It's season 1, like Matty said. It's season 1.
Mhm.
We're gonna get there. We're gonna keep making this thing better. We'll have better content for everybody. Really want to. I really appreciate Luxe Vision Studio
Shout out
for
to Divine.
being here to
Miss
put us
Divine.
on all streaming platforms. We're on Twitter. We're on YouTube. We're on Twitch. We're on everything. Thanks to them. They're going to be awesome, and they're a huge help already. I can already see the benefit of them being a part of the Infinitely Chill podcast, and I absolutely love it. And I really want to throw a big thank you to everybody else that's here today. A huge thank you to Kattie and Maddie for being our lab rats and coming in and working with us.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. That was a
an
joke.
honor.
No,
Yeah, it was an honor
We
to
are
have you
certified
guys
roll
here.
testers.
Yeah,
Did we say
no.
this? So you know,
No,
this is
no,
what we
no.
do.
It honestly has been an honor just talking to you guys, and really, you know, Maddie, no matter where everything started, I want you to know, dude, you're a solid dude. I've always thought you're a solid dude. You're always gonna be a solid
Thank you.
dude.
Thank you.
And you know, I hope the sky's the limit for you guys. I hope you guys never stop growing. You guys are doing great stuff with the Hey Yo
Thanks.
podcast or
Thank
the Hey
you.
Yo show. Sorry, I almost slipped up there. You see me
It's
almost
okay.
do it.
It's fine.
No,
It was a podcast in the beginning,
Yeah.
sort of.
I just want to see you guys do great things along with like many people on this platform that are all here. We're all here again just to like grow together. This is a new space. The metaverse is infinite. And no matter where you're at, Horizon Worlds, VR chat, banter, it doesn't matter where you're at. It's infinite. To think that there will only be one would be completely asinine.
Right.
But you know, we're all here to have fun, and we're all here to just like keep going and moving forward. Find new business ventures, find new adventures. Whether you just like hanging out, it's new friends, whatever it is. And you know, with you two, I think that me and Grams have genuinely found two really great friends, and we couldn't be happier to have you guys here.
Can we say something to Grams, by the way?
Of course.
Grams, we do want to confess something.
Type shit.
Yeah, we
What
do want to
did you
confess something.
do?
Grams,
What did you
Grams,
do?
we knew Thunder Builds for years that night that you were the night that
Bro,
you
I
were
was just trying to
smashed.
connect you up. I was
Dude,
just
you
trying
were
to
smashed drunk. So people came to us and told us that you told them that you introduced us to Thunder that night.
I did not say
Who
that.
was the guy he was with that night?
I don't
Multiple
remember,
people
but
have said
dude,
it.
no, and when he was trying to sell
Never
me
said
to you,
that,
he was
bro.
like, dude, this
So-
Mattycakes man, he's got a show, he's got this. I'm like, does
Right.
he now?
Grams tried
Really?
to introduce Caddy to me. Okay, let's just put that in perspective. So That's very funny. That's very funny. But we had already known when you walked away that night, Dunder, Caddy, and I looked at each other and just burst out laughing, and we were like, let's just let him believe it. It was very funny that night. So I just want to confess to you, we already knew him.
No, I know you and Caddy knew each other. I never I didn't know you knew Dunder. I was chilling with him. That's why we just
so
kept world hopping. I was like, saw you in that world. I was like, bro, you gotta meet bro.
Are we?
Bro, you gotta meet bro.
Are we able to go over time a little bit?
We got well, I want to make sure they got enough time to get over where they need to go. So I do need to wrap it up.
Is she in here?
I'm not 100% sure if she's in here exactly right now. She may be over in the next place getting everything ready.
I would love to tell you guys if you don't mind. Can I? No, go ahead. You're the host. But
no, go ahead.
I want to tell you guys the way Cat I met each other on here is so funny. Where's Afiki? She's still in the crowd. Afiki, throw your hands up. Are you still here? She's here.
There you go. Throw it up for Afiki.
Yeah. So it's funny that Afiki's even here. You know what I mean? For that. So the way that we met each other was so funny. Remember the fist fight? I was getting jumped in here. Oh my God. So I just want to say that make sure that the people who rock with you and genuinely rock with you every single day, you protect them at all costs, because sitting by my side here,
don't make me cry.
No, Caddy's a remarkable human being. Despite what you guys may see, Caddy and I have had some ups and downs, you know what I mean? But I would not trade that for all the tea in China. You know what I mean? Like you're a phenomenal human being. I want you to know, in front of everyone, you're just absolutely spectacular. You know,
that was beautiful.
Thank you.
That was really sweet,
Grams, I actually had something to say to you next, but you threw me off. No, but I really appreciate you guys as well. You guys are crazy. I've already expressed this to you multiple times. Thank you for what you've done for us.
Absolutely.
And we will never forget that, no matter what happens.
Well, you guys are part of the family, right? Infinite for life.
Oh, I did want to say something. No, the sky is not the limit. I disagree. Everyone, tonight, before you go to bed, go outside, take your headset off, and look up in the sky. Look up in the sky. The sky is only the first hurdle. That's it.
Hey,
it is not the limit.
Hey, yo. There you go.
There you use my own words again.
Okay.
All right, you guys. Thank you guys. That concludes the first episode. I'm gonna drop out to the front with Grams. If anybody wants to come and talk to Caddy, Maddie, anybody wants to come talk to me and Grams, we're all gonna head out front over to the fire pit for a few minutes. Anybody that's taking off, thank you guys for coming to the show. Really appreciate your guys' patronage and being here and showing your love and support. It's going to get better. It'll always get better. Every day is better all the time. So thank you for enjoying the Infinitely Chill podcast, where the conversation only gets better.
Nice.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy Teray.
C3 Shot now. It's your boy Westside.
And you chilling with the Breaking Bread podcast. Hey, tune in and check us out every Saturday. Fucking good talk.
I already know.
Oh,
Get the
fuck out of here. Yeah, tune in.
Breaking Bread.
Good, how you doing?
What's up, guys?
What's up?
Yo, what's good? It's your boy HG. I'm saying, let's get your boy Kid Untied Shoes. And you see the vibe and you see the move. Where I'm at, that's the Hour Live to be exact. And you can catch me live on Luxe Vision Studios to be exact. So make sure you tune in every Friday night, 11 Central, 12 Eastern. and non-Pacific. And you know, everybody's a somebody. Catch me live in Luxe Studio.
Yeah, wait, that was awesome. God bless everybody. I'm so glad, amen, that everything is finding you well, and I pray it's finding you well.
Good job.
This is Pastor Johnny live from our sanctuary here in the Metaverse at Word of Grace Meta Church. I want to invite you out to our service here on Sunday nights for worship and the word, now streaming through Luxe Vision Studios. So excited about that, what God is doing in this space and place. See you Sunday. God bless you.
Yeah, good job, bro.
Grass, my boy.
Boy.
How you doing, bro?
How you doing, bro?
Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Burden of Proof. You're watching Ask the Q Speak Your Truth every Wednesday, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time, courtesy of Luxe Vision Studio. Later.
Can you guys hear me now? No.
Oh, because you
Hi,
have
I'm Jen Smash, and I'm here at VIP Entrepreneur Academy, where this is a world that you can learn how to start a business. For all you entrepreneurs who want to learn how to start a business, this is the ideal place to learn in the Metaverse. This is a 9-week course where we go ahead and dissect every section of a business, from understanding your customer and industry to creating your budget for payroll and even taxes. We break down what is the requirements for you to have a successful business. So if you're ready to become an entrepreneur and want to learn the ropes, VIP Entrepreneur is ready to take in new students just like you. You can contact me at VIPentrepreneur Academy@gmail.com. See you at the next class.